And we're at the basket now. Nice little jaunt through the woods. Up there is the tee box that we just threw from. Notice as I was hiking up here to get to the basket, where did I see it? It's a really cool, huge feather. Oh yeah. There's definitely, I don't know what a critter it is. I'm sure some of my wilderness buddies could tell me, but we have turkeys, at least one turkey or a family of turkeys, and tons of deer. Bear purportedly wander on. Oh, and as a reminder, this, that up there, is where we started out. That is the left edge of the fairway for hole 1, where we began this little journey. So lots of wildlife. My buddy Dan Calkins maintains he has seen an eagle and heard an eagle. I've yet to see it firsthand. I always thought they were near bigger bodies of water, but awesome, obviously, if there was. Definitely hawks and crows, of course. So lots of cool wilderness. This hole is the newest hole, second newest hole. Therefore is the least developed and needs a lot of work. It's gone through a couple permutations, but prior to the layout that it is now, I had it going up that slope, which would have been awesome. And the hole after that would have been awesome as well. Unfortunately, it is way too wet and the spring fed. So there's really not much to be done about it to remediate it, practically speaking. So we changed the layout so we don't even go up into that juicy part. We stay closer down along the edge of the creek, which is not a bad thing. There aren't many holes that really go along the creek. So you first have to cross the creek. I think it's a neat hole because for a lot of players, they're going to have to make a hard decision on that tee box whether or not they want to try and get over the water on their drive. It's very doable for most players, but risk reward is extraordinary, and enough objects to make it tough, particularly tough. And here is, doesn't really come into play. As you can see, I kind of blocked it off with the trees, we cleaned up and chopped down, because I don't want people hiking through here too often and destroying it or damaging it. But this is the mill. Site of the old Breeze Mill, where that millstone came from. I think it was incorporated or founded in mid-1800s. And that was back in the good old days when Caton Creek was robust and flowing and had tons of fish in it, and it was almost like, to hear descriptions of it, it was before my lifetime. Although I've seen it get a lot smaller in my lifetime, but before I was born it was considerably larger, I've been assured. And whatever, it is what it is. So I'm not even going to bother. I don't think I'm going to bother going over there at this point. I'm just going to show you about where the basket's going to be, and then we'll pick up on what is going to be hole 16, I believe. I believe this is hole 15. Sorry, having changed the course often enough, sometimes I lose track of which hole number is. Not a lot of poison ivy, surprisingly, and I definitely get it. If we had it, I'd have it. I'd have gotten it at some point this summer, and I did not. I still don't know how that happened, but not a lot of poison ivy. I did not see any ticks, though. Who knows? In general, it's a pretty pleasant space in the summer. Even in the hot, humid summer, it can be pleasant. It's cool. I'll show you when we get to what is now hole 17. It used to be hole 18, which is even cooler. But whatever. Hole 17, you throw over the creek, and the place that you're throwing over the creek is a natural wading pool. So it'll be so cool to be able to go there. I look forward next summer to having a couple cold pops with some friends down there after a hot round in August. This is the fairway. So yes. No one needs to tell me, remind me that there's much work to be done. This will be stuff that I'll be doing a lot in the winter, because it can be done in the winter. The stuff I'm focusing on right now is more things to do with the ground, like fairway, tee boxes, to get it done before things freeze. So, let's see here. Basket should be up here. Again, it's a brand new hole. This has not even been played by anybody, but I guess I played it maybe once, but not really. So it's a lot of work to be done. But it'll be a pretty little hole when it's done. Definitely challenging. It's the basket. All right. I'm gonna shut this down, get to the next tee box. We'll pick it up there for the last leg.